try to think about it. Imagine traditional aquarium keeping as if it were a terminally ill patient, forced to survive connected to machines and surrounded by doctors doing everything to keep it alive. And yet, if we take a step back, aquarium keeping seemed like something entirely different. Several years have passed since Lorenzo told us about his experience. He went to the lake, collected sand, stones, small plants, and with a net, hundreds of microorganisms that inhabited those enchanting transparent waters. He returned home and put everything in an aquarium. Then he simply observed the ecosystem he had just created, teeming with small and tiny animals that seemed to create magical sparkles. Everything was wonderful. And what was it then that broke the spell? Them, Elos and Adam, two guys who tended to please people more than nature. So one day, Adam said, "Lorenzo, people don't care about microorganisms, little plants, and other nonsense. People want big, colorful fish in the aquarium. Your aquarium is too poor in oxygen to host them." Elos and Adam whispered among themselves, "Well, there could be an aerator, pumps, and a biological filter. The bigger the filter, the more fish we can add. Then, relying on chemistry, we can force the system and make it even more interesting. We can put tons of fish in just a few liters. People will be thrilled, you'll see. And us, we'll make a lot of money. Forget about little plants and microorganisms." And indeed, that's how it went. Elos and Adam made a lot of money. A highway open for aquarium keeping that many people gladly traveled, even though the toll was expensive. Finally, the aquarium could be how we wanted it, with many fish, movement, and colors, like an amusement park. Finally, everyone could show off their discus fish to relatives and friends, even in a 50-liter tank. And obviously, Lorenzo wasn't happy. He didn't understand what wasn't working in his method. The breakthrough came when he met a girl who had his same sensitivity, but something more. Being a woman, she simply followed her innate intuition. Diana agreed that Lorenzo's aquarium had a limitation: oxygenation. So Diana set to work. She touched and breathed nature when she was struck by an insight. Spotting aquatic plants at the bottom of the small lake, of course. Why hadn't he thought of it before? Aquatic plants could replace Elos and Adam's biological filtration, while also providing oxygen to the fish studying plants. She quickly realized that it was necessary to provide movement in water to help plants assimilate nutrients. But a small circulation pump would be enough, and maybe a sponge for mechanical filtration. The plants would take care of removing the fish pollutants, just like in nature on Elos and Adam's highway. A path opened that penetrated into the forest. It was Lorenzo and Diana's path. Traditional aquarium keeping is a forced system that allows more fish to survive in a small glass box. Traditional aquarium keeping puts the fish at the center as the protagonist. But to do so, it forces you into frequent maintenance interventions, sophisticated equipment, and uses chemistry to prop up an overloaded system. The side effects will always be algae, stressed fish, therefore diseases and other problems. Traditional aquarium keeping often teaches you only a scheme to follow, to make an already forced system work with an unstable balance right from the start. Lorenzo and Diana's natural aquarium keeping instead leads you to discover nature, the rules that govern it, teaching you how an ecosystem works, valuing not only the fish, but the entire context, including bacteria and microorganisms. Aquarium keeping isn't just a fish in a box. Aquarium keeping can make you more sensitive, helping you understand how fragile our planet is. But at the same time, It can make you understand the self-regenerating power of an ecosystem. You just need to respect the rules and not force it with our whims. Now you know the story. If you want to enter the path, backpack on your shoulders and gaze beyond the hill, because the road is long.